Let's see what fractional exponents are. If the number is a to the power of m, and if m is a fraction, then that is called as the fractional exponent. Let's take an example. Consider 4 to the power of 1 over 2 or 1/2. This is a fractional exponent. The exponent here is a fraction. 1/2 is a fraction. What does this mean? We know what it means by exponents. For example, 4 squared or 4 to the power of 2 equals 4 multiplied by 4 equals 16. The power is 2 or the exponent is 2. That means the base, which is 4, appears 2 times in the multiplication. Now in this fractional exponent, the exponent is 1/2. How does this work? To understand this, let's consider this. Let's consider 4 to the power of 1/2 multiplied by 4 to the power of 1/2. Now we know that when we multiply two numbers and the base is the same, what do? We add the exponents. Like this, a to the power of m multiplied by a to the power of n equals a to the power of m plus n. So let's apply this rule and let's write it down like this: 4 to the power of 1/2 plus 1/2, which equals 4 to the power of 1, that means 4. So what I understand here is that when I multiplied 4 to the power of half with itself, I got 4. Now what does that mean? When a number is multiplied with itself, that is called as the number squared, right? That means I squared 4 to the power of 1/2 and I got 4. That means the number 4 to the power of 1/2 is really the square root of 4, and the square root of 4 is 2. That means this is 2. So the one way is to write 4 to the power of 1/2 equals 2, and the other way to write the same thing is this. The square root of 4 is 2, which we are familiar with. So both of these things mean the same thing. What does it mean? It means the square root of 4. You can either write 4 to the power of 1/2 or you can say square root of 4. Both the expressions have the same value, which is 2, and it means the same thing. Let's take one more example. 25 to the power of 1/2. Again, if you multiply 25 to the power of 1/2 with itself, you'll get 25 to the power of 1/2 plus 1/2, which equals 25 to the power of 1, which equals 25. That means 25 to the power of 1/2 is such a number when it is multiplied with itself, it gives 25. That means this number must be 5 because 5 squared equals 25, right? So now we understand that when the exponent is 1/2, it really indicates the square root. Now let's consider this: 27 to the power of 1 over 3 multiplied with itself 3 times. Again, let's add the exponents, so it looks like this: 27 to the power of 1 over 3 plus 1 over 3 plus 1 over 3, which equals 27 to the power of 1, which equals 27. We multiplied this number 3 times to get 27. That means 27 is the cube of 27 to the power of 1 over 3, right? And 27 is cube of what? It is cube of the number 3. 3 3s are 9 and 9 3s are 27. That means 27 to the power of 1 over 3 equals 3. Or in other words, you can say that the cube root of 27 is 3. That means when we write 27 to the power of 1 over 3, what we really mean is the cube root of 27. So when the exponent is 1 over 2, it indicates square root. When it is 1 over 3, it means cube root. So 27 to the power of 1 over 2 equals square root of 27. 27 to the power of 1 over 3 equals cube root of 27. 27 to the power of 1 over 4 equals 4th root of 27. What is a 4th root? That means it is that number which appears 4 times in the multiplication, and the result of the multiplication will be 27. And 27 to the power of 1 over n equals nth root of 27. Nth root of 27 is that number which will appear n number of times in the multiplication to get the number 27. So here I have used a variable for the exponent. I have said 1 over n or the nth root. What if I use a variable for the base as well? It will look like this. A to the power of 1 over n equals nth root of a. So this is what we learned about the fractional exponent. A to the power of 1 over n equals nth root of a. Now let's go one step further. Let's see what it means by 9 to the power of 3 over 2. So far, whatever fractional exponents we have seen, everywhere the numerator was 1. Now here the numerator is 3 and the denominator is 2. We know that 3 over 2 equals 3 multiplied by 1 over 2. That means I can write it like this: 9 to the power of 3 multiplied by 1 over 2. Right? Now we know the rule: a to the power of m, the whole thing to the power of n equals a to the power of mn. Or you can say the other way around also. A to the power of mn equals a to the power of n to the power of n. Let's apply this rule here. So it will look like this: 9 to the power of 3 in parenthesis and the whole thing to the power of 1/2. 9 cubed equals 729. So this equals 729 to the power of 1/2. That means square root of 729, and the square root of 729 is 27. The rule we saw just now and applied is one way. The other way is this: a to the power of n to the power of m equals a to the power of mn. That means you can do it in any order. So let's calculate using the second rule. That means it will look like this: 9 to the power of 1/2, the whole thing to the power of 3. That means first we calculate the square root of 9 and then we calculate the cube of that square root. The square root of 9 is 3. That means this equals 3 cube. 3 3s are 9 and 9 3s are 27. So 3 cube equals 27. You see, you can do this in any order. Doesn't matter. You get the same answer. So either you first calculate the cube and then calculate the square root, or you first calculate the square root and then cube it. It doesn't matter. Whatever is easy for you, you do it that way. Let's write it down using variables. A to the power of m over n equals nth root of a to the power of m, or the other way around, nth root of a to the power of m. Again, you can do it in any order. You are going to get the same result. Let's take one more example and verify this. 8 to the power of 2 over 3. So this can be written as 8 to the power of 1 over 3 squared. That means cube root of 8 squared. The cube root of 8 is 2. 2 squared equals 4. So the answer is 4. The other way to do this is 8 squared to the power of 1 over 3. 8 squared equals 64. That means 64 to the power of 1 over 3. And the power of 1 over 3 means the cube root. So the cube root of 64 equals 4. 4 4s are 16 and 16 4s are 64. So the cube root of 64 is 4. You can see that the answer is the same. This is how you solve fractional exponents.